welcome to this impromptu call. We're gonna make this nice and tight. It's your boy, the king of digital real estate. I think you guys already know. And we got Cowboy Kyle on the call with us today. Kyle, where's your freaking cowboy hat at, bro?
Dude, winter's coming. It's cooling down in the office. It might be time to bust out the old cowboy apparel.
Oh, we're way overdue for the cowboy apparel, guys. If you guys think Kyle should be rocking the freaking cowboy hat, drop it in the comments. By the way, Mr. Gabriel, you're going to be chilling for just a moment as I introduce this. So we're going to rip. Okay. So guys, welcome to the call. You guys didn't even know there was a call. This is just a little sprinkle. This is a little bit of extra sprinkle for you guys. And I wanted to, okay, we're good. I can see myself. I can see you, Kyle. Kyle, you can hear me. Everybody can hear us. We're chilling. We're good. I got my douche jug and we are ready. Let me get a sip off the old knob here. Hold on. Oh, bud.
Need to get a strap for that bad boy.
Dude, we need to get one of those like little, you know, when you have a baby and the front pouch.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay,
welcome to the call. I wanted to, well, first of all, we're going to be doing a really cool interview today. We're going to keep it nice and to the point. I'm going to introduce that person in just a moment. The reason why we're doing this, though, is we're kind of shifting some things around. Cowboy Kyle is who is on with me right now. He's not going to be the interviewee. He is going to be our new interviewer. So Cowboy Kyle, I'm going to have him change his Facebook name. We're going to start wearing the cowboy hat during the interviews, the whole deal. Watch for the cowboy hat. He is going to be our new interviewer. Got to give a big round of applause to Mr. Sean Bong for doing it for the last few months. He is focusing and doubling down on his agency and will no longer be doing them, but we really, really do appreciate all the work he's done. And we are going to pass over the baton to Mr. Kyle Patton, Mr. Cowboy Kyle. What I like about this is Kyle is the one that's seeing, 90% of the people that come through into our program. He's the one that's doing the application call, making sure they're a good fit, making sure that the expectations are set. And so it's going to be really cool for him to see the people that he brought in to the program get their first deal, get to 10K. And just, he's going to be able to relate, because for me, I used to be the one that brought all these people in. I no longer do it. And so it's just going to be really cool to come full circle. So with that said, Kyle's going to be on as long as he possibly can today. And then he's got to run to jump onto a call with somebody for an application inside of the program. But we're going to get going while he's on. So for those of you that are on, thank you for being on this call. We'll make it worth your time. We always do. But really quick, today we have somebody that this is an interesting story, and I'm actually going to bring him on really quick and we're just going to get into it. So give me one moment, hang tight. Kyle, if you can still hear me or if it cuts out at any point, just let me know. By the way, guys, how about Kyle's little setup there? Kyle's looking like he's recording beats, yo. I'm going to start, I don't know if it's Cowboy Kyle or Yay or what we should start calling him, but something, because he's looking like he's busting some freaking, I don't even know, some bars in there. And he might be.
Oh, I'm about to get a drop down mic up in here.
He's about to get the drop down mic with the little static thing. And then he's going to he's got the notebook with the lyrics, and I think Luke Bryan's doing a thing with him. They're doing something like, I don't know, instead of buy dirt, buy grease, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Luke Bryan. Okay, hang tight. Here we go. Boom. Gabriel, you look like a green blob, bro. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Let's go, dude. Where's that camera? There he is. There he is. Gabe.
Yo, you can hear me?
What's up, dog?
Yo, what up?
I can see you. I can hear you. Looking fresh, dude. Got the clean. Looks like you just did the eyebrow wax or something, bro.
No. I used to when I was a kid, but not anymore.
Oh, you grew up. Okay. I still like to do that once in a while. So, dude, welcome to the call, bro. How was your trip around? You've been in, was it Russia for like the last 2 months?
We could say that on here. I was in Russia.
We can say that, dude. Freaking come on, bro.
Yeah, I went there for like a month and a half. I didn't want to leave. I was supposed to go for 2 weeks. Didn't want to leave. Too much fun.
Yeah. Well, tell everyone why you went there, because they're going to be like, what the heck were you doing there? I know, but tell
Okay, so I have a lot of so I'm originally from Georgia, the Republic. If you don't know, you got to Google it. It's one of the smallest countries like in the world. There was a war where my family's from, so they ended up moving to Russia after we were refugees. And I go visit like 2-3 times a year, and I do some business there also.
them. I love it, bro. I love it. Well, so yeah, so guys, he's got family there. He wasn't like doing some shady business, but it's been fun to watch you, dude, because I saw you right before you left. Like you left, was it not like the next day?
It was, bro. Wow, what a crazy weekend! It was literally like within 15 hours of me coming to see you.
I love it, dude.
That was the most insane weekend ever.
I don't know if we have some time. We got to get into that whole story because that's just a dope story about us meeting in Vegas, the whole thing. Nothing crazy happened. I remember all of it, but we did meet in Vegas for a couple of short hours. So if we have time, I want to get into that, but I want to keep this to the point as far as like what we're here to talk about. And in the title of this, I put from Diamond District to Digital Landlord, baby. So
oh my God.
Let's start off with like what you've been doing. And by the way, I don't know if you saw us in the beginning. We got Cowboy Kyle's rolling with us today.
Nice to meet you, bro.
Nice to meet you as well, man.
Yeah, this guy's a savage. If you get him out, and you get Kyle in the Diamond District, bro. Bud, it could get wild, dude. He's not really into jewelry, but I could see him like throwing a pinky ring or something.
I could see pinky ring. I could see nice Audemars Piguet.
I don't even know what that is, bro. What is that?
Big Cuban.
Cuban slap, dude. If you guys don't have a Cuban in the jewelry collection, you need to get one. Kyle?
maybe some rhinestones.
Oh, so dude, tell these guys, you have a really interesting, like your day to day, what you also like, what you've been doing. I know you've been into, you've kind of known about rank and rent digital real estate for a minute, but like, tell everyone like where else you make money. Cause I think it's interesting.
So I was a real estate broker for 6 years. And then my friend put me onto the whole digital marketing stuff. And then once COVID hit, that's when I jumped into digital marketing. I did that for like a year. And then I jumped into jewelry. I was trading a little bit. I've done like a lot of different stuff, but like this is definitely full-time focus right now. Everything else is like side hustle. This is definitely full-time focus.
I love it. Well, just do a quick plug. I know this is the main thing, but like I bought a Rolex from this guy right here. I'm always wearing it. He told me when I get it, I'm going to start talking with my hands more. I'm not wearing it today, but I definitely have noticed, you start getting more handsy. You know what I'm saying? More Cowboy Kyle's just like that.
You go like this a little bit more.
Yeah. You start getting more itchy, the sleeves start coming up, dude. So if you guys are looking for a Rolly, you can't get them anywhere. If you guys are willing to fly this guy to Vegas, he will bring you any piece on the spot. And dude, anyway, I love the Rolly, bro. So appreciate you hooking it up. So dude, let's talk about this. You have known about, this digital real estate thing, digital marketing thing for a while, right?
Yeah.
Couple of years, right?
Yeah.
And you freaking slayed the dragon, landed the deal, and I want to talk about that. I can't really remember when you were doing it before, because it's kind of just been like a side hustle thing for you up until recently. Had you landed any clients? Was there any SEO clients or lead gen clients, or was this your very first client?
So I never did an SEO deal. Like this, the second I learned about lead gen, I literally like my brain capacity did not have the understanding to like do SEO. All I understood was you build a site, you rank it, you rent it, done. That's all I understood. I didn't know. I wasn't, my friend that showed me the business, he was doing deals with like doctors and lawyers and all that type of stuff. And I just found it way too complicated. So I just kept it very simple. I went for the lead gen, built a couple sites, I rented them out. But then,
By the way, real quick, when you rented them out before, were these on pay per lead type of deals or commission deals or
Flat fee.
beautiful?
Flat fee. Monthly flat fee. So I had the confidence and I understood that like, oh, it works. But I never got like a full I never got a full good training to branch out into different like services. Like if I could say the niche that I was doing.
Yeah. Of course.
I was doing towing. I was doing the towing niche for the first
Yeah.
first couple deals.
How much were your deals? How those deals, the deals that you had gotten in the past, how much, what was your monthly amount you were getting?
Total was like 6K. 6K month gross.
6K a month gross?
Total, like all the deals combined.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah. All the deals combined.
And how many leads, like I'm curious on those towing deals, how many leads were you producing for those?
Some clients were 30 calls a week, 20 calls a week. Some clients like 100 calls a week. It really depended on the area.
Nope.
And of course, one deal was more than the other based off the calls.
Yeah, that's cool, dude. Well, good for you. So tell us about this one. The deal that you just got, you went through the entire process. Was this an existing site that you already had? Was this a brand new pre-sale?
So this was straight up like what you teach. Straight up from the ads. Exactly what you teach, word for word. It just took me a while to get the first one because I was like all over the place.
You were all over the world. You were all over hustle, like this different hustles, and you finally dialed in. So yeah, let's talk about this one, dude. So I want to compare the deals. So like those towing sites that you got before, right? By the way, I'm not a huge towing niche guy. Sorry, Borhan, just not my game. There's a lot of reasons why. I'm not going to cover it on this. I have a YouTube video on why I don't like towing. But for me personally, like towing is too low ticket. You're dealing with just kind of an incompetent business owner, generally speaking. I know there's always exceptions, but like those sites, how long were they all organic for the most part? I would have been, right? Because you didn't know ads.
Yeah, I didn't know ads. It was all organic.
Okay, so how long did those take you to rank back when you did those? Couple 3 to 6 months?
It took a while. It took like 3 to 6 months.
3 to 6 months, and then you finally got the deal. So let's compare this deal that you just got. In fact, give us the details of the deal that you just got.
Okay, the deal I just got was it's 400 a week.
Okay.
1,600 total. I told them 12 leads a month, especially with what's going on right now with everyone losing some leads. It kind of worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
12 leads a month. Yeah, that's about it.
Bro, and do you want to share the niche or you don't want to share it?
Yeah, concrete.
Okay, this is what's crazy, dude. It's crazy. 1,600 a month, and this guy or girl, is it a guy?
It's a guy.
Okay, this guy is expecting his expectations are 12 leads, bro. That's 3 a week. So if you produce 20, this guy is going to be over the moon, right? If you produce 12, which you're going to produce just by default, even if you got to bump up the ads, he's going to stay at 1,600. That's what I love is when we do deals with the ads up front and we set the expectations correctly, like let's say your towing deal that you had. Do you have that deal still?
Yeah.
Okay. So the towing deal that you had, dude, if something happens and you go below, let's say the one that you're getting 100 leads on, right? Dude, if you go to 50, that guy's losing his freaking bananas on that thing, right?
Yeah, he's losing his mind.
But guess what? With this other deal, only way you can go is up, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
the
dude,
upside is tremendous on these types of deals.
I always joke. I mean, I know personally myself, but like I think Cowboy Kyle could probably do this too. And Gabe, I think you could hang. But dude, I want to go and just like get a tracking number, put free concrete estimate on a poster board and just get completely naked and go on a street corner and do the freaking 2-step. You know what I'm saying? I think I could produce 12 leads a day, if I'm on the right street corner, right? Like I know I could. Your boy could do that. Kyle, I think Kyle, he's tall enough. He's kind of like on The Greatest Showman, like one of those freak whatever, because he's so tall. He's for sure pulling at least 6 a month, but I'm pulling 12 a day.
Oh, shit.
Kyle's got the cowboy hat and the thing. No, but what I'm saying, the point I'm making, I'm joking about is like 12 leads is nothing, right? That's what's so crazy. Now, how did you get somebody, for those that are just watching or those that will watch this later, how do you get somebody to agree? I know the answer, but I want you to tell them the answer. How do you get somebody to agree to $1,600 a month for 12 concrete leads? No guarantees on closed deals, no nothing. How do you do that?
How I did it? I did what you showed.
Of course, but like tell them I just want, like, for somebody that's just in this group and they're like, dude, how would you only guarantee 12? And it's really not even a guarantee, it's an expectation. But like, what are some of the things that you were able, like, that you did that got them to say, yeah, I'll do 1,600, and their expectation is only 12 leads?
Well, you send them leads. They see the quality of the leads. You know, obviously you're telling them you'll get them 12, but you also, you know, you tell them like, listen, dude, we'll do organic, we'll do mat pack, we'll get you up there. This website's doing, I used your Bentonville Concrete website, by the way, to close it.
Good.
This website's doing 30 a month. You know, we can do this. The volume is, you know,
Yeah,
a lot of different things that you can do.
it's crazy, dude. When you send a couple leads up front, isn't it crazy how the barriers and the walls just come down?
Yeah.
Like, it's chill, dude. The calls are like the closes compared to like when you're selling jewelry or real estate, dude. It's just, it's not that hard. It's just, you're just following a process. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's this business model is 100 times easier than doing real estate. Real estate, you're cold calling people that get cold called by 10 different agents throughout the week. You're sending mailers to people that literally take your mailer and throw it out. The odds of you closing a deal in real estate, especially in New York City, of cold calling or mail or anything like that, it's nearly like it's impossible. It's impossible. And this is way easier than doing that. That is hell. You don't want to be doing that.
So one more note I want to say on that, guys. One of the things that you guys, if you're not using this, you're crazy. Whatisaleadworth.com is our tool that we use to calculate how much these are worth. When you send a couple of leads up front and you show the business owner the breakdown with the calculator, guys, these closes, Kyle, do you remember when we used to close? By the way, if anyone doesn't know, Cowboy Kyle used to close alarm systems. But Kyle, tell these guys about some of the closes that we used to do. Some of the most awkward, dude, I saw, this sounds made up. I saw a husband and wife get divorced because of this alarm system. Now, it wasn't because of me, but the husband, he wanted it. She didn't. She's like, I'm done with this. She goes to the other room. He's like, I'm doing it. Later, we find out he wanted to catch her cheating. We installed the system. Your boy caught him cheating, and we sped that process up. So, dude, like, can you remember how hard we had to close when we were doing alarms?
Oh yeah, it was the most awkward close ever. You literally just slide them the qualification card and then just sit there and look at your phone until they sign it. And then it's just that awkward close, dude. It's the absolute worst.
Well, and like in this, where it's like, hey, so Mr. Business Owner, Amex or Visa, right? And what we used to do, we'd have this paper in our close. We'd have this paper. We'd be like, all right, all we got to do to get you going is I just got to have you fill this card out. Whoop, and we slide it like this. And you had to just kind of have this perfect like this. And sometimes I'd come in from the side, sometimes like this, but mainly like straight on. And then boom, and you just drop it and you would just wait. But compared to that, dude, like that's when the objections used to start, right? Like you drop it and they go, okay, well, thanks for your presentation, Kyle. You did an awesome job, Kyle. Can you leave your card, Kyle? Or Gabe, I'm sure it's the same with you. It's like, dude, thanks for showing me all these pieces, bro. I'll call you. I'll be in touch. Right?
Yeah.
Gabe, let's talk about that for a second. Like, as the world is shifting right now, and supposedly we're in a recession or we're heading into one, or like, I don't know what news network you're watching, but I think I think we technically are in one, which it's got me all kinds of goosied out thinking about it. But like, why are you putting your eggs in the digital real estate basket instead of doubling down on jewelry or real estate?
So this is the only thing I think about on a daily basis, is the fact that we're heading into very dark times, I would say, financially. And you already see it with jewelry. Was one of the first industries to take a hit when the recession started happening, or whatever you want to call it. And just, all right, very simply put, with this business model, you got to do one deal and you got monthly cash flow every single month, and it's scalable. You can build it. And my goal right now is to just go crazy and get as many deals as possible to eventually catch that, like, once real estate starts dropping, to kind of like catch that. You know what I mean? You're not going to do that with jewelry. With jewelry, it's you're running around every single day. With selling real estate, no one's buying real estate right now. Rates are at 7-8%. No one's buying anything right now. Prices are here, rates are here. It's going to take time. This is the only model that works right now for me personally.
So you're the same as me. Like, my goal is I'm making as much money as I can with digital, so that as the prices start to come down, as my neighbor on the hill, who I know is barely making the payment on his $3 million house, I'm going to be scooping that thing up, and I'm going to be freaking swimming in that swimming pool on top of the hill. And I ain't wearing clothes, dog, ever. Like, lights on. I'm never wearing clothes. I'm gonna be right up on the hill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to buy that. There's like 3. I think I'm just going to scoop them all up.
This was like what I've always had. I mean, I've been doing real estate since I was like 17. I've always had my eye on it, but I could never kind of mentally formulate a plan where I can generate as much money and then dump it into real, like this when I saw this model even years ago, but then more when I saw the way you do it, I was like, this is a no-brainer. You can generate so much cash. You can just make it work in so many different ways.
Yeah. What's your favorite part of the business model? Like, the thing that you said to me that's standing out is the recurring aspect.
Yeah.
And like, even if you could make the same money with real estate or with jewelry, right?
Yeah.
You're not getting paid again next month.
Exactly. That's probably the best part about it, is that it's you don't have to do the deal again. And if they drop off, the way I look at it is you're acquiring, based off of the way you do it, you're acquiring a customer off the ads, right? And then you're using the customer to build it organically and in the maps. So if they decide they don't want to do this anymore, you have an even better asset to sell. Totally. To replace the customer, and you can raise the price probably.
Kyle, why don't you ask Gabe? Kyle and I were talking this morning. I was just at the office, and then Kyle, I know you got to go probably after this, but why don't you ask Gabe the question that you had about the lead? Because, by the way, guys, Kyle, anyone that works with me, whether they're doing application calls, whether it's Ashley that helps with everything, whether it's like I make everybody, they have to be doing their own deals. So Kyle's running campaigns, Kyle's doing deals, and Kyle's got a foam deal right now that's started getting leads. So why don't you ask Gabe? I want to get his opinion on what we were talking about this morning with that lead that came in.
Yeah, so one of the niches I'm working is spray foam, and one of the leads we just got, it's for a horse trailer, like a smaller horse trailer. She just wants the ceiling spray foam done, and this is the first lead in this city. So how would you approach the business owner with that? Or it's kind of just like this one-off kind of weird one.
Could you tell me, did I hear horse?
A horse
trailer. It sounds weird, bro. And I want to give my input after.
Horse tray litter.
Trailer. Like
they want to inflate their trailer with horses, bro.
Okay.
The horses are getting treated better than the freaking kids, probably.
Yeah, I'm from New York, man. I haven't seen a horse. Like I'm trying to wrap my head around it.
I'm talking to Cowboy Kyle. Tell him right now.
Okay, so horse trailer.
Yes.
And they want to get it insulated.
Yes.
How do you sell that lead?
Well, he's asking, like, should you use that lead, or should you be like, let's use the next one that comes? Like, you get a lead that's like,
No, you use that lead. Screw it. You use the lead. You just don't tell him it. You just don't give him details about it first. You tell him, listen, I got an awesome lead that just came in. Of course, I'm not in the business, so I don't know much about it. But I want to connect you to the customer, and then you just connect them, and you listen to his reaction.
And I had a similar thought. Like, what I like to do with those type of leads, because I do think you want to give them good leads, and you don't want to like let's say you're doing concrete, right? And somebody wants like 1 foot of concrete. I'm probably not going to like use that but what I would do is I would call the concrete lead. I would get the customer's name, their address. That gives me the confidence when I'm calling around to actually say, hey, I have a lead, right? And then Kyle, what you can do is you can say to the business owner, and this is kind of a weird one. Typically these are, homes or remodels or whatever. I don't know if you're even going to do this one, but I do have one right now. It's a horse trailer. Is that something that you do? If you don't, no big deal. I'll get you the next one. But that way, when you're calling around and saying you have a lead, you don't sound like you're lying, and you're not lying, right?
Yeah.
So I would kind of play it like that. It's similar to what Gabe said. And by the way, just so you know, I have a couple clients in that niche. As you know, I love that niche. And I remember getting a Mercedes Sprinter van. They wanted to do that. And I was like, what? And I was able to use that lead. And I wasn't maybe the lead that closed the deal, but I used it as one of the leads that closed the deal. So I wouldn't write it off, bro. I would just use it to get that initial, hook. And then even if they're like, yeah, I don't do that. Okay, cool. I'll get you, 1 or 2 that are like more in like what you actually do. Right.
You love it.
All you got to be careful of is making sure you don't give them some like chintzy thing where they get in their head like, oh, they're all going to be these weird one-offs. That's the only thing. Gabe, go ahead.
The guy I just closed, I think the second lead, it literally just hit me. I think the second lead was a lady that called, and she wanted like a concrete base for an art piece. And the guy like did not understand what she was saying at first. And then she literally gave him the measurements. She's like, I need concrete this big. And he's like, okay, I have to come out and see it. And I ended up like, I just did the deal with the guy. You know what I mean? It's
and sometimes those weird leads are better as like second and third leads. So maybe you like call them, hang on, give them another one. And then it's like, oh, I have this like bonus lead or whatever. Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, Kyle, I know you got to go.
Yep.
Thanks for jumping on, but guys, real quick before Kyle goes and then Gabe will finish up here, but Cowboy Kyle, the 6'9" unit, guys, this guy is pulling. I mean, all I can say is that I'm just glad he's not single, because this dude would be pulling women from all countries, all parts of the world. He is a specimen and a unit, and his name is Cowboy Kyle. So if you catch him in person, you're going to want an autograph. Kyle, thanks for being on, bro. And he'll be doing another one of these with somebody on Thursday. So yeah, watch for Cowboy Kyle. Dude, we're changing your name on your Facebook today, just so you know. Okay, I'll see you in the office in a couple hours. Thanks, bro.
Nice meeting you, man.
So Gabe, real quick, a couple last questions I have for you is, tell me about the close. Like, did it go as smooth as you thought it was going to go? Was there any hiccups? Tell me about the close really quick on your deal, your $1,600 a month concrete deal.
So the close went pretty smooth. I could tell the business owner was a little awkward in the beginning, but the questions we kind of give in the beginning kind of opens them up and gets them less uncomfortable. And then as soon as you jump into it, they're hearing things that are familiar because they watched the screencast.
Totally.
So the only thing I messed up on was I was kind of on cloud 9 with like trying to charge how much I wanted to charge. So I didn't get the close right then and there on the Zoom. I got the close like 2 days later, but we were like communicating every single day, and I had to drop the price tremendously to make the deal work. It was an unusual deal, but it's because I'm insane. I like going for home runs.
Why not? Insane. Why not? I mean, here's my thought on that. Like, what's the worst they're gonna say? No.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's like, what if you would have got it right? Then you'd be like, I'm sure glad I didn't ask for less. So I'm all about like doing that. What about the hook? Like, do you find like, do you have a lot of confidence now? Like, I know because you you know, you do real estate, you do jewelry, your game is talking to people, shaking hands. Like I've met you in person. You're a very like personable guy. But like, did you have, like, I know for me, having a process, having a script and like making these calls, it's so like, it gives me so much confidence knowing what to say and knowing I can provide value up front versus I've done the cold call of like probably what you do with real estate listings. And it's just like, you know, you're just trying to like spit something out really quick so they don't hang up.
Yeah.
Talk about that for a second. Like, how does that compare? How does cold calling with this, and I say cold calling in quotes, compare with cold calling on on listings?
It's so different. It's so different. And especially with the script that we have, compared to what I was doing before was just freestyling. What I'm doing now, it's a strategy, and you're putting that strategy to work every single day, every single call, and it's like it's amazing. It really is. It's amazing to have the script, the sizzle and the steak.
That's it, bro. The sizzle and the steak, dog.
Really good to have.
What's your goal? So what do you want to be at per month? By like this going a little bit off, but like, what do you see? What are you hearing in New York going into like this recession thing? Like, when is it going to get the worst? Is it going to get bad like continuously for the next 6 months and then it's going to increase? Like, what are we hearing in the old Big Apple?
Okay, so from my gut and from what I've understood I've been working and around finance people for the last like 10, 12 years. What I think will happen is I think we're due for another rate hike in December. So
Another one?
The last one, yeah. I heard a rumor. I don't know if it's true. I don't remember, but if I heard correctly, they're doing another rate hike like in December, and then it takes 6 months to feel that. So I think the worst that we'll have it is like December, January, February, March, April, May. So I think like springtime is probably going to be the worst that we'll feel it, and then it'll take like a year to kind of like recover. But in that time, if you're what my goal is I did it in the journal. It was to get to 250K a month, which is like, it's hard. It sounds like an insane number, but it's so doable as long as you focus and really just go, it's doable.
Yeah. So that's exactly what I'm trying to do. And I'm just asking personally, like, and I think for anyone listening, guys, we're not being doomsdayers. Like, I'm excited about it. Like, I can't remember where I saw this. It's like with what's the word? With you know, bad situations or trials or whatever you want to call it, like these challenges that's going to come up, comes opportunity, right? So I saw so many people, not so many, but I saw a handful of people get rich in 2020 and it was my best year ever, but I'm talking like rich. And all I could think about the whole year, as I saw this, I'm like, I'm not going to miss another freaking crisis. I'm not going to let this go to waste. So if it looks like I'm excited, it's because we can't change it. And we could sit here and be like, oh, victim, blah, 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 the feds, this, that, the stimulus check. Who cares? It's done. Now let's look at like, okay, I'm going to be ready. I can see stuff shifting already. I can see where this is going. I'm the same as you, bro. Like, I can't wait for like properties to actually come down in value so we could buy them, or the rates at least. So I'm excited, and I'm just taking this opportunity. Let the rates keep going up. Let it keep whatever. Let it just go to a bloodbath. I'm going to stack cash, and I'm going to be ready so that I can have my digital real estate paying me passively. I can have my physical real estate paying me passively, so that in about 18 months, I can be buying five rollies instead of one. Yeah,
I'm on. You put out a video. I think it was yesterday on YouTube.
On the show, the recession rich.
Yeah, I don't remember the title of the video, but I was listening to it at the gym. I listen to like all your stuff. It keeps my mind like focused on this, because I can.
Yeah, I'm the same. I get it. Yeah.
I see Nick's face and I see, okay, you have to get deals done.
Good.
What were you saying? The
Oh, we were
recession?
talking about, I think the video, was it when I was doing the making hay with Dre episode?
Yeah. That's the one. That's the one. And everything you said resonated with me complete. Like we're on the complete same page. It's also, I'm 26 years old. I've been working since I was 15, 16. Now's the time for people that are my age, people that are your age. This is our opportunity to change everything about our lives. Now's the opportunity to get your foot in the door, to get that property, to get that building, to get whatever it is that you want. Now is the opportunity. You have the next 2 years to do it.
Well, because think about this. It took, let's see, 2008, right? So it took 14 years. Dude, if we miss this one, we're going to be halfway through our lives. Anyone on this call, you're going to be halfway through your life, unless you're 15, which there's probably a couple of you that are 15, but those of us in our 20s, 30s, 40s, it's going to be 8 to 14 to 16 to 20 years. I want to be rich during those years. I don't want to have to wait. And you're right, because I was talking about the lady that developed all this land, dude. She's so rich, dude. So rich. She's selling like the crappiest dirt for hundreds of thousands. She's making millions of dollars a month. And she did it in 08, 09, and 2010. So just what Gabe's saying, it's like, guys, we can play pickleball. We can go bowling in a couple years. Like now is the time to freaking go and make as much money as you can.
Yep.
And what a better business model than this one, which not only gets you cash, but also produces assets that are recurring, scalable, internet-based. Like, dude, I sound like I'm just drinking the Kool-Aid because I am.
I'm definitely drinking the Kool-Aid, but yeah, man, now's the time.
I love it, dude. So I want to ask you one last question.
Yeah.
If you could go back 2 years, okay, what would you change? Like, do you think you still would have like done the real estate thing, or do you ever have the thought like, I wish I would have been going all in on this and just to see where I'm at? Or like, what are your thoughts in regards to, obviously you can't have regrets because it's like, you can't change anything, but do you ever wonder?
Yeah, for sure. It's what you just said, for sure. I never think of it like I wish I could do this, but it's always fun to play devil's advocate. I definitely wouldn't change anything, but if I was to change something, I would change how much I would just change the dedication and the
Priority.
like the taking action, like just doing. There's been so many days I remember when I was like 24 where I could have prospected and I got lazy.
Yeah.
Even the last couple of months of being in this program, I've overcame that major obstacle of like, just get the hell up, do what you got to do, make these calls, do it. Like, just, you got a checklist, just bang it out, just do it. It's going to freaking suck, but you gotta just do it.
And I think the last thing I want to tie this up with is we always talk about this analogy that I heard Alex Hormozy talk about, that Warren Buffett actually said. And I have to give credit to both people, because nothing's worse than when you're like on Instagram and like one of your buddies starts like spitting something and you're like, bro, you literally just listened to one of those videos and you're like not giving credit. So that's where the credit's at. But he always talks about like, it's way more important. The boat that you're in, the vehicle that you're in, or that you're putting your life into, is way more important than how hard you're actually rowing. Meaning, dude, I know you're a hustler. You came out to freaking give me a rollie in Vegas and you took a red eye. Like I know you're a hustler, but just because you're a hustler doesn't mean you're going to get rich. If you're in the wrong industry and the wrong business and the wrong vehicle, and maybe it's not even the wrong one. Real estate's a great vehicle, but there's a better vehicle, because with digital real estate, you own the asset. You're not just doing the transaction and making a cut, right? You own it.
Yeah, a lot of, all right. So I'm gonna say this one thing. A lot of people hate him. I don't agree with everything he says.
Or take.
Andrew Tate. Yeah.
Okay, let's
And-
go. Let's go. People,
Andrew
now
Tate.
everyone's tuning in. Go.
Now everyone said now the views went
Yeah.
up. I want a cut of all the people that buy the
Yeah,
program.
yeah.
So he what was he talking about? I was watching a video yesterday where he was talking about how, like, yeah, real estate is awesome, real estate is great, but you're not going to get rich just by buying real estate. Like, let's say you work a 9 to 5 and you put all your eggs in that like, you're not gonna, it's good to have one vehicle that makes you that money to where you're dumping it into real estate and you're investing it into real estate. But you know, you can't just being in real estate and selling real estate doesn't mean I'm going to get rich off of it the way I want to, or jewelry or whatever it is, you know.
Yeah.
You need something that gives you that constant cash so you can reinvest it.
This is back to, I talked about this yesterday on Making Hay with Dre, the episode. By the way, this book's phenomenal. This is Naval Ravikant. And in his tweet storm, which, by the way, it's, if you guys haven't read that, it's a really interesting thread. It's called How to Get Rich Without Getting Lucky. He says right here, this is the one that I love. And I'm going to share one paragraph, then we're going to end this thing. He said, this is his 1, 2, 3, 4th tweet on his tweet storm. He said, you are not going to get rich renting out your time. As much money as you made from those transactions, bro, you were renting out your time. As much money as you made from selling me the Rolly or anybody else or the Hublot or the whatever, you're not going to get rich because you're renting out your time. You must own equity, a piece of a business to gain financial freedom. Later on page 53, he says the same thing. Without ownership, when you're sleeping, you're not earning. When you're retired, you're not earning. When you're on vacation, you're not earning. And you can't earn non-linearly. And that basically means exponentially. So guess what? Digital real estate is a way to earn non-linearly because you can make money while you travel to see your family in Russia. You can make money when you go to Africa. You can make money when you're in Vegas. You can make money while you're at the gym. Most people hear that and they're like, sounds too good to be true. That's what blows my mind, that more people aren't doing this business model, dude.
I know. I don't
They're
know
coming.
anyone else that does it.
They're coming, bro. Just wait. When recessions come, people start looking for more revenue streams. This business model is going to get flooded with people trying to do it. And I've told everyone for the last 2 months, the freaking sun is shining. That's why I call that show on YouTube Making Hay with Digital Real Estate, because right now is the time to freaking make hay. And there's a window. We can make it forever, but there's a window right now when the getting is good. So y'all better be scooping up as much as you can, because if not, you're going to look back and regret that you missed this window.
Yeah, 100%.
So, dude, thanks for being on, bro. I'm proud of you. I know that, like, you had the like before we even met, you were planning on seeing family and you were traveling and like all this different stuff. But I'm proud of you for like just getting it done, even though it took a minute. And dude, you just did it A to Z. You got the deal. And now it's like, let's go get another one and another one and another one, another one, another one. Let's get to 250, bro.
Yeah, man. The goal is I got to close 2 more by the end of the week. I got a couple ads running. I just have to freaking prospecting. I got a problem.
That's it, dude. You got to get down. You got to do the things that move the needle. That's it. Thanks for your time, dude. Hey, everybody that's on, appreciate you guys being on. There will be another call on Thursday. Everybody thank Gabe for his time, and let's go make some money. Thanks, dude. I'll text you.
Yo, talk to you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.